Egyptian pyramids never cease to amaze and attract with their secrets. They are among the most studied and most controversial about their creation and the purpose of structures. But few people know that these gigantic structures are not the only and not even the largest pyramids on our planet. There are even more mysterious pyramids which in their antiquity and size surpass the famous pyramids of Egypt. We will talk about the pyramids of Crimea. One thing is indisputable. These are technogenic complexes created by unknown creatures with the help of technologies and knowledge that are not available to our understanding. Scientists and enthusiasts have already discovered several similar structures throughout the peninsula. Moreover, some of them apparently are in working order, since a rumble is heard underground and vibration is felt, which has nothing to do with seismic activity. We will talk about these amazing modern finds in today's video. If you are sure that our civilization is not the most developed in the universe, then subscribe to the channel and be sure to express your opinion in the comments. Where did these pyramids come from? What mysteries do they hold? And who could have built them? Scientists have suggested that Crimean pyramids were used by ancient people to exercise control over some important processes. The discoverer of the Crimean pyramids, Vitaly Goch, suggested that the pyramids could be used to obtain free energy, for example, from vacuum. There is a theory that pure vacuum is a form of energy. Maybe with the help of pyramids, people fought earthquakes and volcanoes. Or maybe this is how they controlled the weather and controlled the ecology on the global scale. If this is true, then it is worth recognizing that the builders of the pyramids were representatives of a highly developed civilization. This is also evidenced by another no less interesting theory set forth in the Holy Scriptures. According to an ancient document, everything is quite simple and logical, no mysticism. 4,400 years ago, there was a worldwide flood on Earth, which radically changed the conditions of life on the planet for the worse. But before the flood, ordinary people not only reached 3 meters in height and lived for more than 900 years thanks to a different climate, but also had a much higher level of intelligence. Such a long life expectancy made it possible not only to accumulate huge amounts of knowledge and gigantic experience, but also to transmit all this to many generations of descendants directly, by word of mouth, so to speak. Considering all these circumstances, there is no doubt that the civilization of antediluvian people was able to discover other sources of energy that are completely unknown to us today. This is also evidenced by the actual findings. For example, buildings from mega blocks were found. These blocks are of such weight that even the most powerful modern crane cannot lift them. Or cuts and holes in stones made by an unknown method, which we also cannot repeat today. It turns out that the pyramids are real estate that survived the flood, which was built by people of that time. Of course, in this episode, we will not touch upon the versions that the pyramids were built by aliens from other galaxies. So, since mid-spring 2001, a group of Russian geologists headed by PhD Vitaly Goch has been looking for convenient places in the vicinity of the city Sevastopol for organizing the drilling of artesian wells. During the research, the devices recorded the presence of a microwave field within a radius of 100 meters. To establish the reason, the scientists decided to dig a hole by hand, and at a depth of 9 meters they found one of the surviving faces of the pyramid. The discovered object has the shape of a regular geometric pyramid with even pointed protrusions on all faces. The height of the pyramid from the base is 45 meters. The length of each side of the base is 72 meters. The ratio of the set values is 1 to 1.6. This figure is standard for all known and studied pyramids in Egypt to date. The dimensions of the blocks from which the pyramids were erected were up to 2.5 meters long and 1.5 meters high. Scientists themselves did not yet understand exactly what they had found, But it became clear that this was without exaggeration a sensational find. It was decided to continue research, as a result of which 6 more of the same pyramids were discovered, which were located on the straight line connecting Cape Sarich and the northwestern part of Kamyshovaya Bay. The total length is over 40 kilometers. It was also found that all the pyramids stand in a certain sequence, which remains a mystery. They are all located on a single geographic line that connects the Tibetan pyramids, the flooded pyramids of Easter Island, and the English Stonehenge. In total, the result of careful analysis was the discovery of 37 megalithic structures. 28 of them make up a huge regular rhombus, in the middle of which there is a central pyramid with a height of more than 50 meters. 7 more smaller pyramids make up the inner additional small rhombus, which also contains the central pyramid. On the western side of the largest pyramid, a building was discovered which, with its forms, reminded scientists of the famous Sphinx. There is a chamber in his head, inside of which the emissions of energy clouds periodically occur. The object is larger than its Egyptian counterpart, but outwardly it exactly repeats its outline and looks to the west. It is believed that by the date of construction the Crimean pyramids are much older than their Egyptian counterparts, since they are located under deep sedimentary rocks 10 meters underground. This could have happened only after the flood. The supporting blocks of the structure fit together in the same way as the Giza ones, and the mortar holding them together is mixed with eggs with clay and copper sulfate. Another interesting discovery was how the Sevastopol pyramids affect people and technology. Carrying out work in the pyramids for a long time had a beneficial effect on the health of the researchers. Archaeologists working on the excavations got rid of many chronic diseases during the search activities. At the same time, during the work related to the destruction of the pyramids, various negative phenomena occurred. People who did destructive work experienced severe headaches and stomach discomfort. Various technical devices were out of order. Devices recorded sharp jumps in radiation. Photographic film illuminated the frames. The compass needle darted, and the batteries in flashlights were discharged in a matter of moments. But when the work was stopped, the state of people's health returned to normal, and the devices continued their work.
Что там произошло?
Ничего.
Военачальники говорят то же самое. Они мне лгут. Я устал от этого.
Why is it that such unique finds are still carefully hidden from the public and authorities deny their significance? It is known that during the occupation of the Crimean Peninsula by the troops of Nazi Germany, scientists from this country also searched for the pyramids. For this, a group of esoteric scientists arrived from Germany, members of the Ahnenerbe organization. But even then, Crimea did not reveal its secrets. As soon as after 2001, various scientific organizations began to show interest in the newly discovered artifacts. Work on the study of the pyramids was closed by order of the local authorities. Archaeologists were told to urgently leave the excavation sites and Crimea. All pits and shafts that were excavated during the study were filled with concrete by teams of recruited workers. The discovery itself was spoken of as a non-existent myth. At the moment, all sites that have been excavated are carefully guarded and fenced. However, it was not possible to completely isolate the Crimean finds. Enthusiasts are still keen to excavate the sites of all 7 pyramids. And quite recently, the world's archaeological elite was shocked by new sensational news. Near one of the underground pyramids of Crimea, almost complete skeletons were found that had lain in the ground for thousands of years. The growth of these people reached 3 meters, and it is quite possible that they were the architects who erected these pyramids on our Earth. So what are these pyramids really hiding? Why are the rulers of different countries so reluctant to talk about this topic? Perhaps someone in power knows much more about these artifacts than they can tell the public. Dear friends, what do you think? Who built the pyramids? Be sure to write your opinion in the comments. Well, that's all for today, but we do not say goodbye to you, but say see you soon.